Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Today's episode is very special. Now, you'd want to kick back, relax, and enjoy because the stitching is in the process. Welcome, PK. How to build a brand by building community. The face behind Saintage, the future of community building. Hosting the most anticipated tournament in Lethbridge. Boost for Hope, turning community energy into real momentum. PK, I had to get my boy on it naturally. First episode, YGM podcast. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
Come
blessed
on.
to be the first episode of the YGM
Come on, you
podcast.
get me? Man, you were coming off of a big, I'd say it's a clean run. I'd say it's a clean run because you did the back to school, then you did the black and pink, then you did the Valentine's, like then the tournament, bro. If you didn't see Hoops for Hope, make sure to go see it. But bro, you've been killing it, bro. Been killing it.
I'm all finished.
Of course, of course. So yeah, man. Who are you? For the people that don't know you, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, how would you define yourself?
Okay, for full introduction, my name is PK. PK stands for Papa Kamina. Full name is Papa Kamina Bilson Darku.
Definitely got it.
I am Ghanaian by blood and by culture, and I was born and raised here in Canada. Um, yeah.
Have
Who
you
am I,
always been
man?
fashionable?
Have I always been fashionable? Yeah, I've always been fashionable. I've always been blessed enough in my life. My parents have been blessed and then put those blessings upon us and always taught us how to dress well.
Okay. Is that kind of how you came around with the I want to start a clothing brand or not really? Like what was the early days? Actually, let's start with that. What was the early days
What
of
was the early
PK? Yeah, yeah,
days?
yeah, yeah.
It's a
Like
mix
were
of
you always hustling? Were you always making online money?
how much do I say here? The early days, there's a lot. There's a lot that went into it that made it here. There were a lot of eras. Like we kind of just finished. We just closed out an era
Okay.
over like Christmas time. So what really went into is COVID boredom. Around COVID, like late COVID boredom, just figuring out e-commerce
Chilling in
stuff.
your bedroom, just making markups.
Yeah,
Do you think the
that's.
creativity comes easy, like natural?
I think everybody has their own sense of creativity. They just need to find a way to get on it, basically. Like tap into your creativity and create your own. Everyone can do it.
So would you say like there's any artist, footballer, basketball player that you take inspiration on how they dress when it comes to like your clothing and stuff?
In terms of my clothing, that's really it's really kind of from my mind,
Okay,
but
separate.
separate from people I like. Best dressed people I think on the internet right now. I've got like a top three. I don't put them in order, but Shea, everyone loves Shea. Tyler Kolek from the Knicks,
Okay.
and
We know you're a big Knicks fan.
yeah.
Huh?
And then last one, boxer Caleb Plant. He's one of the most well dressed. And then actually honorable mention. If I'm gonna name Caleb Plant, and we're in the boxing world, then Eddie Hearn got to get a shout out there. 'Cause Eddie Hearn, one well dressed man.
That's too funny. That's too funny. But seeing that, like, I know the come up of the whole Saintage and the clothing brand. What inspired you? What actually got you going when it came to starting Saintage?
The money. Nah. Yeah, of course the money. The
Well,
money.
like
The money was a bit.
daddy's money. Was daddy's?
Okay.
Was
Do
it?
you
Was
want to
it?
go the whole story there? Or
No,
you,
no. Was it? Was it? I mean, I know the story. The viewers might not know. So
okay, so full story there.
take us down
Yes, sir.
memory lane.
Yeah, so as I said, it was during COVID. Kind of everyone's looking at new things. It's the time where people were selling those like monkey things for like billions of dollars. Those what are they like the NFTs or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
So everyone's kind of back behind the screen and doing that. So that was kind of like the peak of behind the screen artwork and creativity. Like, so that was like the peak of it. So like intellectual like property was like high value at that point in time.
Makes sense.
And as I replied to earlier, I feel like I've always had a strong fashion sense. So it's kind of like I can see something and I'd be like, oh, this is like really nice, but if this was this, just like minor tweaks. And internet's endless. You can find pictures of shirts, make mock-ups quite easy, hit that, go, boom, right? So it was just that, and then that's really the startup there.
Do you think now there's a lot of barriers of entry into the industry? Like it's a bit saturated or not really?
Yeah, I think clothing brand is like it's very not talked about, but it's one of the like most saturated businesses there is out there. One of the most. There's a lot of different brands. Not I want to say the same design because everything's different in their own sense,
their
but
own
it's
way,
the
yeah, their own
same.
uniqueness.
It's the same vibe, right? And there's hundreds upon hundreds of them, right? So, yeah, it's really saturated, but it's not saturated in a way where I'm like, don't go out and create your own.
But do you feel like you started it at quite a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Do you think anybody could do it, or it takes a certain personality? Like, do you think you had like certain personality traits that allowed you to get this far?
Let me give it general. Everyone's capable of doing it, but only a certain few possess the ability and motivation to carry it out.
Very well said. So, let's say I'm a young G, boom, still in school. I'm like, okay, I've rounded up some money. Oh yeah, a man's gonna do a clothing brand, or you know what, just start making something. What would you say your step-by-step guide would be?
I know you might know who I'm talking about, but there's one thing I realize is a lot of people think the jump on this line of business is accumulate the funds, but it's get your artwork there. That's the point. So one thing I've done a bit and kind of currently still do is like help out and be like a manufacturer with some people around me. So I know there was this one individual who came, and actually, to be fair, he had a really, really good design, right? But the one thing he had also was a lot of initial float. Like he had a lot of capital to start out, right?
Yeah.
Which I feel like puts them in almost a bad spot, right? Because yeah, of course, having that in that high value capital at the start is good, but I think you also need the exposure and the base before you can do anything, because he got maybe about 300 pieces, right? So 300 pieces ran him a quick, because they were like at sample price, so it ran him quite a bit, but he had no base or anything. So you've
Would you say
invested.
that's what you call the market, almost?
Essentially, yeah. So he had almost no exposure or anything, but he had all this stock. So put two and two together,
So
he can't sell anything.
So what you're saying is like maybe the young G should establish himself. You
I think
find the artwork, establish it, get it out there, let people know what you're doing and how they can see it.
one thing I really like is people buying one or two samples and then making TikToks and then kind of doing something with the samples on the TikTok to show. Once that engagement starts to roll
Flow,
in,
yeah.
there you go. Like you're getting set. You're getting on your way there, right? Obviously, another thing about him is he decided he wanted to his first drop a whole collection.
Yes.
It's not it's really hard to drop a collection, right? Because you're going to buy inventory and buy stock on some pieces that aren't going to perform the way you expect it to perform.
And a lot of people go into that thinking, okay, I've got 100 pieces, I'm gonna fly them out. Fuck it, I do the whole collection. Okay. So at what point do you think someone starts to like drop collections instead of pieces? And how do you feel about that? Like batch work and like significant pieces.
What do you mean by significant pieces?
So
Like,
like there's only 5 made. Do you think you'll ever get to that stage where you're
oh,
only making maybe a very limited amount?
by God's grace, I hope to get to that stage.
Amen.
Yeah, I hope to
Amen.
get to that stage. That's for sure.
What's stopping you now?
What stopped me?
Do you feel like there's anything or it's just not the right time?
I don't think it's the right time, and I think I'll know when it's the right time. I definitely don't think it's the right time, but I 100% will know when it's the right time. I think we're growing in a way that the right time will come, right? So that's for sure. The right time will come. You said, when do you know when it's time to drop a collection? I kind of want to go on that.
Yeah.
When you are dropping, now a collection, I kind of have the definition of, let's say 3 or more pieces, right? So, when we drop the BTS, which you've got on, looks great.
Come on, man. You know I had to rap SAINTAGE today. Come on.
When you drop the BTS, we also drop the skull caps, right? And I didn't account for how successful the skull caps would perform at all. Like I thought, I didn't think I would do 200 units. And I think by the time, I remember back to school was a big shocker, was just kind of a big boom for us. But I just remember, I think those 200 units were gone the next morning.
Wow.
So that was, I think once you're selling out your initial, your initial inventory, like pretty quickly, I think you can move on to a lot of pieces throughout a drop. I think that'll work.
And that's the piece of information that you take then to make that decision.
I think so. Mixed with a lot of insight engagement that we gather. I know we've sat down and looked
That's
at
like
it.
your insights on Instagram and all of that. No, that's pretty sick. So like couple weeks ago, you hosted a tournament, very successful tournament. Congratulations! I was at that tournament. It was amazing. Raised a lot of money for charity. Beautiful. Does it look like it's an annual thing? Is it something that you're gearing away from clothing and maybe venturing into events and community building?
Not gearing away my full attention, but 100% we're branching out.
Does that help the
would be
brand?
100% it helps the brand. It gets us more exposure, and essentially it gets our message out there more. Saintage, the word saintage definition means collective of saints. So if we're going to break that down, collective, just essentially the idea of being together, right? And saints, just kind of, even if it's not in like a faithful type of way, just like being good people and bringing and coming together to be good people and help out one another. So I know that was really the move with the tournament.
You did take an L though.
Let's get there.
Oh yeah, no.
Let's get there.
Like,
I'll go on a little sidebar there.
no,
there.
it's interesting, you know. You host the tournament, your team gets to the very end, but they fall short, you know. But next year, how did you feel about that?
We had a really solid team. A really, really
Who do you
solid
think
team.
underperformed? Nah, I'm chatting. I ain't gonna do that to
know
nobody.
I'll say it.
No, I'm not gonna do that to nobody.
You know I'll say it.
I'm not doing that to no. Actually, put it in the comments. You're an evil man. But yeah, how did you feel? How did you feel about the tournament?
I felt really good about the tournament. I think we 100% got what we wanted, and it will 100% be an annual thing. Just a time where I know I can count on the community to show up and show up out there. Yeah.
Any future plans with events?
Um,
No. Any future plans with the events? Will we see a pop-up shop this summer?
Yeah,
Yeah?
we're gonna see a pop-up
Is that in the
shop this
works?
summer. It's finalized, but I just gotta
I love
do
that.
it the right way.
I love that. But yeah, any future events? You think you're going to keep it strictly basketball?
No, we want to bring the community together in any way possible. So I know, in any way, shape, or possible, we're coming out here with sponsored by YGM actually. So you actually know about this, but what is it? Is it no limit? What do we call it?
Oh, we will not share that information
Okay.
just quite yet,
All right.
but something is coming. I was just poking the bear, seeing if you mentioned it, but yeah, something is coming. It's gonna be beautiful, but nevertheless, bro, like it's lovely having you on the podcast. You know what I mean? First episode too. First episode too.
I'm loving that.
So like, any of the younger lads or anybody who would like to start a brand, do you think maybe looking at it in a different lens could possibly help? And what does that lens look like for you?
What do you mean by that?
So like, any of the kids watching this or who sees this episode and they want to start a clothing brand because, oh, they saw their neighbor doing it or they saw this guy doing it, but you've just told them like everything you create is art essentially. Do you think they should like look at starting a clothing brand in a different lens, like look at it in a different situation?
Why not? I think they've got to make it their own, and there needs to be a meaning behind it, right? These big brands there's stories behind them, right? It's not just the name of the brand and they make clothes, right? Like each clothes have their significance to it, and they have to have meaning for it to be effective. You'll buy a piece of clothing because it's nice, but you'll connect with it more if it has a meaning to it. I believe that. I truly believe that. A lot of our pieces are faith rooted, so that attacks more of that faith and religious demographic. But then they're also
really nice,
greatly designed hoodies.
really nice, comfortable as well. Very comfortable, very comfortable. So do you have any hobbies? Yeah. What does a day in the life of PK look like?
My parents are watching, so I'm gonna say wake up and go to school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what are you studying?
I'm currently studying. I'm doing a double degree in economics and law.
Business, straight business, man.
You want a full story with that one? You want the final?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to obviously get those 2 degrees, and then I will go back to school immediately, like the following fall, and do a master's in sports management while growing the SAINTAGE brand, more specifically the athletic brand, and hopefully, God willingly, I can become a sports agent and work with the sports agency and incorporate SAINTAGE athletics that way.
That's beautiful. That is a beautiful plan. And I wish you all the best on that venture, bro. This was lovely. It was amazing having you today.
Appreciate
Anything you want to leave with the younger G's? Any stitching? Any little hints? Any little drops?
You should ask them what the network did to me.
Okay.
You should ask them what the network
Knicks
did
gonna
to me.
lose. Knicks gonna lose. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to today's episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Yeah, that was a beautiful podcast with PK, and much more to come with SAINTAGE and YGM. Thank you very much, guys.
And the network.
And the network. This thing and the network. The network every day. The network.